Our top story this afternoon, in a bid to encourage more people to get vaccinated against COVID-19, the South Korean government is offering some incentives, even for those who have only received their first dose. For more details, we have our Kim Dami on the line. So, Dami, tell us more.
Sure, Mark. Starting next Tuesday, those who have been fully vaccinated will have much more freedom in their daily lives. That includes loosening restrictions on gatherings with immediate family members. Let's take a listen.
Vaccinated people, even if they had just one dose, will be exempt from the restrictions on gatherings with immediate family members and private gatherings of more than 4 people.
So that means up to 10 family members can get together 2 weeks after some members get their first vaccine dose. The so-called vaccine incentives come as the government is encouraging people to get the jabs to speed up the country's inoculation process. Plus, starting July 1st, people who have gotten even just one vaccine dose will not be required to wear masks in some outdoor areas like parks and trails. They will also be exempt from restrictions on the number of attendees at some facilities as well as at religious activities. And those who have received 2 shots will be exempt from attendance limits at private meetings, restaurants, cafes, and weddings. Discounts will also be offered at national parks and museums for fully vaccinated people. To prove vaccination status, people can get their own vaccine certificate from the Ministry of the Interior and Safety's website, and a QR code will also be available. Regions where the vaccination rate is over 70% among the elderly will be allowed to revise business working hours and alleviate the ban on private gatherings. The Prime Minister said all these incentives will be reevaluated after the end of September, when over 70% of the population is expected to have completed the first dose of vaccinations. That's when the need to wear masks indoors could be reconsidered.
Okay, so that's quite a carrot. Lots of people want to take the face masks off already, but as of now, 7.5% of the population have received their first dose. But the country's inoculation program is going to start to pick up a head of steam again from Thursday. Who is able to get the shot if they want it?
So the first dose of vaccinations will begin for those aged between 65 and 74, as well as those with critical respiratory symptoms. Now, with the broader range of vaccine eligibility and more vaccine shots secured, the government is confident that it can inoculate over 1 million people a day. So starting Thursday, over 5.1 million people will be able to get their jabs at almost 13,000 designated medical centers across the country. On top of over 3 million doses of AZ shots secured in the country, an additional 5.5 million doses will be ready by the first week of next month. Now, with cluster infections continuing to pop up across the country, South Korea has added 707 new COVID-19 cases earlier this morning. That's all I have. Back to you, Mark.